So, first of all, you need to have two-step verification. Connect your YouTube to your phone and your another email address. 2, there is this device that I never knew it exists until my channel got hacked. It's called Google Security Key. You can type it out. Google Security Key. You have to buy it. It's from Google. Buy it. It's fingerprint and use it. Your channel will be safe. This is what YouTube taught me. I just bought my own, so you all can. It's $25. You can check online and buy it. Amazon. It's gonna be there. Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much for coming to join us. My name is Caroline Bridget, and me and a group of young people are starting to use YouTube, but we would love to invite you to come and be part of us. Okay, this is the only chance that I've got, and I'm so happy that you are here for 4 days. So we have a YouTuber space, and on this space, a number of people use it. Some are dancers, poets, singers, and so much more. So we would love you to come, and maybe you feature on one of our
Thank you. Where is it in Kampala?
Yes, we're there.
Okay.
But if you want us to meet you in Kampala, still we can.
I don't understand. Where is that?
It's in Kampala. So,
Suburb.
it's just the suburbs of Kampala. It's in Kampala.
How many minutes? Everywhere is fine.
That could be about 30 minutes. If it's
Maybe if I talk to Dr. Daniel, we'll find time and make it up.
Absolutely.
Hi, it's Trudy and Wodamaya. Welcome to Uganda. My name is Joy Good. I'm very excited to meet both of you. So my question is respect to the niche. How do you eventually settle down for a niche? Basically, I've watched you for about 5 years now. I saw you used to do the videos where you're at home, sometimes with Tommy, your puppy. Yes. And then sometimes you're doing makeup, or you did makeup reviews, you did a little bit of everything, the SGR, and then eventually you joined Africa to the world, and now you're traveling, right? And then Mr. Kanabezi Wodamaya, you did a lot of comedy, and then you started in Africa to the world, where the Wodamaya eventually came in, and then now, I think during lockdown, you started doing the entrepreneurship series, where you get into, interview a number of entrepreneurs who are doing big in the business, and you seem to have settled for your niche now. And the same way with Trudy, I think now traveling seems to be your niche. How do you eventually settle for that? Because you find that sometimes you do this, it's not working. People have been watching you do that, it's not working. So how do you eventually know that this is what I am supposed to be doing? But also the other question would be: is it possible to actually have a full-time job and also succeed when it comes to YouTube? I think that is one thing that I struggle with. Whenever I've had your number of times, maybe they are full-time jobs. If you want to succeed with it.
I wanted to answer your question, but I think I need to. I'm not going to advise you to quit your full-time job if YouTube is not making money.
True.
Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
If YouTube makes you money, you have all the right
To stay there.
to quit your job and focus on YouTube. Because I don't know which job that is worth more than having a YouTube platform. Being an engineer or being a doctor, mention, right? But I'm not going to advise you to quit your job and then, focus on YouTube. You can only focus on YouTube when you know that, okay, at least I'm making something which will sustain me in a month. Then you put all the energy that you put at the 9 to 5 on your YouTube channel, and believe me, you'll see more growth and more money on the platform. That's why I picked the microphone, just to answer that question. How to find your niche? That's a very tough question. You see, when you start a YouTube channel, you might be creating one particular content, but it doesn't work for you. If something is not working for you, why are you still doing it?
True.
You need to try and
Everything
experiment so many things to see which one works
works
best
for you.
for
True.
you. I started as a comedian, yes. Oh yeah. I used to crack jokes, but I was not funny. Yeah. And I realized that it was not working for me. My channel was not growing.
True.
What did I do next? I started talking about being an African living in China. And that's when my channel started growing. I left China, came to Africa, and I started Africa to the world, traveling different African countries, making videos. Yes, the videos were getting views, people were getting to know me, but believe me, the best niche I've ever had was interviewing entrepreneurs. And I got this niche in 2020 during COVID, when I couldn't travel. So I was like, what am I going to do different this time around? Why did I focus on entrepreneurship? One, it had more impact than my previous content. Two, my channel was growing in a way that I've never seen before. When I started my entrepreneurship series, I had 300,000 subscribers. By December, I started in May. By December, I had 600,000 following me. That's like double of my subscribers in less than 6 months. Now, apart from getting the subscribers, each video of every entrepreneurship series don't give you less than $3,000 to $4,000 per video. You know why? Because YouTube is not about views. I always tell people, get it right. It's not about views, it's about where are the people watching you from and the kind of content that you're creating.
True.
You can't compare a million comedy channel to a million entrepreneurship channel. Because a comedy channel cannot get closer. The gap is huge. Not because of the views, but because of the value of the people that watches the channel. So that's why I'm telling you, finding your niche, I cannot come and tell you, do this, do that, do that. But experiment. If you're doing makeup, you think it's not working for you, why are you still doing makeup? At least there are a lot of makeup videos online. I'm not saying, but try new things. See, the African YouTube space is boring. Why is it so boring? Because African YouTubers have decided not to be creative. And when you talk about it, people are saying that, oh, you're trying to hate on your fellow content creators. No. There's so many things that when I walk around, I see as content, but no one is talking about it. I've seen that now, the village content is becoming popular now. I said it in Ghana 3 years ago. Why are you guys not showing our village lifestyle? Now I've seen a lot of people are doing village content. The food we eat can be content on its own. Have you just woke up one day and said that, okay, you're eating matoke, today you're going to eat? I think the mistakes that most of you make, you think the whole world is just like your country, so we know everything. I think Trudy said she didn't know like there's safari and people are mad. I didn't know either. I posted a picture with a gorilla. And then my friends from Rwanda were like, oh, you're back in Rwanda. I'm like, oh, I'm in Uganda. The first thing that she said, are you sure you're does Uganda have gorillas? Yeah. Wow. She was surprised. This is your neighbor. So it's your duty.
Just an interruption, small interruption.
Thank you.
Actually, Uganda has almost 0.5% of the total population of the mountain gorillas.
Why are you not telling us? You are telling me. So you see, this is the problem that we have as African content creators. There's so many things. Go out there. Don't just be in your room and you think, oh, hi guys, welcome to my channel. Please, and I also want to ask, why are you creating one type of videos? just because maybe you watch Miss Trudy doesn't mean that you have to be doing the same video as Miss Trudy. Yeah, she inspires you to go out there and do something different, something unique that a lot of people are interested in. So find your niche. The niche is out there, but it's up to you to go find it.
Wow.
I hope I answered that question right.
Yeah.
Very well.
Okay, thank you so much.
Okay, oh,
You want to
so I didn't answer. So, unlike Maya, for me, I can't say I found my niche. I'm still struggling, honestly. I can't say there's this one content that is my niche. And I tell Maya all the time, I'm still struggling to find myself on YouTube, honestly. I don't feel like I found myself. That's why I try different things. I'll be traveling, I'll do family content, I'll do different things. But it's okay because life is a journey. And you don't get it at the same time. So every day I'm just doing my best, trying to be consistent. So yeah, that's it.
Thank you. Good evening, everyone. Again, welcome, Ms. Trudy and Wodamaya. We are so privileged to have you here. My name is Diana Prima M. I'm a Ugandan YouTuber, of course, obviously, and I do content around lifestyle and travel. And my question is kind of personal, but I truly believe there is someone that might actually relate to it. What advice would you give a YouTuber who has been consistent for some time and then they choose to have a break, because you talked about having breaks when you feel exhausted, and then maybe you probably give yourself time, you're like, maybe let me take a break of a few weeks or a month and then get back. What advice would you give someone who has not been able to meet that goal of having to get back, and they almost get so comfortable in not creating content? Each time you try to come back, you feel like you can't find the courage you had before, but you still have the love deep inside. What advice would you give to someone, and how would they be able to come back and pick up from where they stopped?
I think for you to come back, it all depends on your bank account. Because as soon as you stop, your bank account goes grey. But you'll be like, okay, can I come back for my bank account to go green? I mean, so YouTube gives you green. Even the green, we have two types. We have the thick green and then the lighter one. But I would just tell you that even for you to go on a break, right? Film more videos, and then whilst you're on a break, take some time to edit. Maybe because I think the worst part of it is going to the street and shooting. The editing, maybe a week, edit one video just for the people so that you don't go off totally. You don't want to go off that when you come back you have to struggle to get views. Taking a break on YouTube is tough. So that's why so many people hate to take breaks. So they put things in place. So I would just encourage you. Are you monetized?
No.
That's why you're not encouraged.
True. I know.
Because if you're monetized,
Then you
you're
cannot
encouraged
trust.
to come back.
Yeah.
But don't be discouraged. How many videos have you created so far?
16.
Next question.
I'm on 135 videos.
16. Take a break.
My name is Harriet, the CEO of our next location. I can say CEO. It is always my dream to wanting to see Miss Trudy and also Wodamaya. So I have two questions for both of you. The first one is how do you sustain or maintain your finances? Because I'm also a travel content creator. So how do you manage it? Then the second question, Miss Trudy, so for you who is a lady, I know you might be having some challenges like traveling to different countries, and how do you manage it here as a lady?
Okay, so about the finances, initially, like, I don't know, 2 years ago, I just used to travel. Like I wait for my salary to come in like this and I'm gone. Like I'm in Kenya and I'm on fire waiting for my salary, planning my next trip. When my salary comes, I'm gone. But then at the end of the year, Maya asked me how much have you saved? I'm like, I had zero in my account because I used to travel all the time. And it hit me. And it was like, what if you lose your job right now? What happens? From that point, I started saving. Because if you have to be wise. You just can't use all your money to travel. So thank God, most of the time these days, we find that we don't pay for our tickets sometimes. Because like coming to Uganda was sponsored, so we didn't pay. When I go to the US, it's sponsored, I don't pay. So we find that I save a lot of my money and put it in real estate and stuff like that. But sometimes I have to use my salary. Thank God also sometimes my husband will be like, oh, let me pay your ticket. I'm like, yes, thank God. So I'm gonna save the money. But long ago it wasn't like that. So for me, it always reminds me you have to think of the future. What if YouTube shuts down?
True.
You have to save. So me, God, I save a lot. I save, and also when we travel, we are savers. We don't go to the most expensive places. We go to what is affordable, not too cheap, but not too expensive. Because we've not made it in life, we're still trying to make it. So yeah, but thank God, sometimes the cheapest sponsor, we sleep in the best hotels, like here in Uganda, we are speak. I hear it's one of the best. So yeah, it's not like we're spending. If it was us, yeah, because it's something more affordable, because you have to save money. Like you don't just live life, I think that's it. What's the other question?
Solo travel as a female,
Solo
as a
travel
woman.
as a female is difficult, but thank God for confidence. I just like myself confidence. Plus it's like, what do you have to lose? People will look at you and then what? They're gonna look away at the end of the day. I just try to be really safe. I'm not out at night, especially when I travel alone. By 6, usually I'm back in my hotel room. I leave early, I come back early. Yeah, and also I just try to dress well when I'm in a country that I don't know. When I'm in Ghana, in Kenya, I love shopping tight things. But when I'm not in a country I know, it's better to be safe than sorry. You don't want to get stolen. Can I answer the question?
I think when it comes to how do you sustain your account, I will advise every creator out here, know that YouTube is not forever.
True.
You're enjoying it today, tomorrow you might not be there. So wherever money that you make, 70% needs to go into an investment. I'm not a big fan, she's saying saving. I'm not a big fan of saving, I'm a big fan of investing, right? So when I rather put money into real estate than to put money in a bank. So what I do is 70% of my money goes to my real estate business, and then from there, the rest of the money, I pay my team. I make sure I have something small for myself. I always walk broke, but you look at me and you're like, this guy is broke, man. Because I don't buy. Thank God for my wife, because I don't remember the last time I bought a t-shirt. I'm not being stingy, but I'm a big fan of just living my life without thinking about what people think about me. You see, when you try to impress people, that's where the problem comes. So please, I would advise every creator out here who is monetized, as soon as the first dollar hits your account, please, if you want to save, that's okay, but don't save in Ugandan shillings. Don't save in your currency, save in dollars. Because you know that if anything happens, your money is still intact. Thank you.
My name is Nicholas, and my channel is called Eating the African Way. It's about food, eating the African way. And my community has been asking me to find you a couple of things. I don't know if I find time. And also, my channel is so expensive, and I would like you to advise me how I can do videos in a low cost.
So you eat across Africa, or you eat across Africa?
No, it's eating the African way.
Eating the African way.
Yes.
Yeah.
Africa.
Yeah, I know, but what is eating the African way?
It's about it's a food
Food from
channel.
scratch.
Food.
How to prepare the local food and
Radio.
Okay.
give Mr.
For now, Uganda.
The question is, he creates content about local foods everywhere. For now, he's in Uganda, and it's expensive. Literally, you have to buy the food, open whoever is going to make the food, so that it can film. So it needs to be advised. How can he go about it? Did I get you right?
See, travel content is so expensive, but you have to start small. If you think the food is expensive, go to the chop. You guys have choppers here, like the roadside meals. That is actually the best content than to go to the expensive where it's diluted. When I want to do a street food video, I'll go to the roadside. It's not because it's cheaper, but it's something that so many Africans can relate to. Right? So I would say that for now, go the affordable way and brand yourself in a way that in the next 2 years, you will not buy a single food with your own money. I don't know if I'm making sense. See, when I will advise you all, when you go to someone that you want to shoot a video and they shut you down, take it as a source of motivation. If I tell you the number of doors that will close for me, I go to them, they tell me you are not BBC, you are not CNN, we don't want you to interview us. Now I see them following me, they want a video from me. But right now you have to pay me for me to come and do that video for you.
Sure.
So just start small, do your thing, go the local way, and build yourself. When you build yourself, I don't know, the most expensive restaurant even in Kampala will look for you. That's how it's supposed to be.
Thank you.
Hello, Mrs. Trudy. Nice meeting you. I'm so happy. I think I'm the most happiest here.